Oh, it's Mr. McFeely.
I have seen the future, and he was wearing number 5, and I ain't talking about Robbie Grimsley, folks.
Took out the muffins, took out the trail mix, took out the cookies. They stole the monster cookies.
Wow, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Let's do some broadcasting.
The eagerly anticipated appearance by our guy Mike McFeely following Cole Payton, as you mentioned on social media. 2 great athletes to start our show here.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 different styles of athlete. I mean, one of us is 6'3", 225, can run a 4.56 40, and will be playing in the NFL next year.
Yep.
And the other is 5'11", 185, so out of shape that he can't walk up the stairs without stopping to have a cigarette halfway up. And can, with the shoulder surgery 30 years ago, can throw a football about 8 yards right now, and runs a 12.6 40.
But bowls a what?
Even I can't even do that anymore. I suck. I bet Cole Payton's a better bowler than I am, too.
Well, lefties do everything better. They do.
Well,
it looks better. Golf swing, baseball swing, yes.
Golf, you're wrong.
Yes.
No, I know golf.
I know you know golf.
You're wrong on the golf swing.
I don't think so.
Cole,
it's my opinion.
Let's have a Cole Payton, Mike McFeely challenge at Sunset Lanes.
I love it. Let's do
for
it.
charity.
He's got nothing going on.
And I'll ask him, can you throw a bowling ball? And he'll be like the last scene in There Will Be Blood. He'll be the Daniel Day-Lewis character. and I'll be
that will not go well.
The preacher character.
That will not go well. So what do you want to start with? You want to start some hoops? Or what do you want to talk about today?
I want to start here. I've been going back and forth on Twitter because I love it. I love to poke people on Twitter because it's so much fun. But so I wrote a column last week about Sacramento State going FBS.
Yep.
Okay. And as time has gone on, my thoughts on this whole deal have evolved.
Okay.
I kind of started off like everybody else going, what's this guy doing?
He's crazy.
Like, he's
Luke
nuts.
Wood is,
He's either crazy or crazy like a fox. I don't know what's going on. And the whole going FCS independent thing was insanity, and trying to petition to go FBS independent was even more insanity.
They got shot down every left and right.
However, now that what has happened, which is that Sacramento State got into the MAC for, is it $18 million and plus the $5 million entry fee
total.
Plus, oh my God, they're going to pay for teams to go to Sacramento and all these other things. As I've listened to him speak more and answer more of the questions and make his case, and I've looked into the case, I don't know why there's this unanimous outcry in the college football punditry complex that like everybody's just so offended and appalled by this.
Probably how frontal he was about it, right?
If you stop and think about it, and I wrote about this last week, Sacramento, again, is I've been to Sacramento one time.
Major metropolitan city.
One time.
Yep.
It is a huge area.
It's a capital. It's the state capital of California.
It's a huge area. Metro, it's like 2 million and 2.5 million people.
Full stop.
Okay? It's in California, which is... It's like the second, third, fourth best state for high school football recruits in the country. It's in California, where it's warm. 12 months out of the year. And by the way, if UCLA or USC or Utah takes a kid out of California and they decide, you know what, I'm just not a Power 4 guy, it's a pretty good place to bounce back.
Yep.
Right? Meta. I didn't know this until yesterday, until Dr. Wood said this yesterday on a podcast.
Yep.
So people are going, Sacramento State, what a terrible play. Meta, which is old Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, whatever you think of him and Facebook, it's garbage, whatever. They gave $50 million to Sacramento State University, not for the football program, but to build like an AI tech center in downtown Sacramento. $50 million. So Facebook, Meta, Zuckerberg are into the Sacramento. It's Northern California.
Right.
Right? It's like it's the world's fourth largest economy. Not the United States.
No,
the state
world.
of California
Right. Yes.
has 39.5 million people and is the world's fourth largest economy. It's like if you look at it and just take the emotion out of it, take the way he went about it out of it.
And what he said, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You go, well, okay. I mean, it was very expensive and it was kind of sloppy, but he got his school to FBS.
It wasn't a straight line.
No, and so what? Like, the more this goes along, I'm going. It kind of makes sense, actually.
I think it's hard to take away how he went about how brash, maybe abrasive to some. That's why I think there's the vitriol against it. That's my opinion.
And you know what? And when the abrasiveness comes about, I'll say this. Not everybody, not all people who are opposed to this, but many of them, you have a very frontal, aggressive African-American man.
Yep.
Sorry. You know.
Yep.
And so that really turns people off.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying everybody, maybe not even the majority, but that's part of it in my view. But if you look at it, and also it's California, which in this part of the country, like California is like this foreign planet that's, oh God, the libs in California. It doesn't matter, it's okay, everybody. I think Sacramento State, if they can make it work, and that's the question, is, if the $18 million is worth it, I think it's a good move for them. And so just everybody watch. Don't mean to promote another channel, another show on your show, but the Big Mountain thing. Yeah, those guys actually did a pretty good job of interviewing Luke Wood. Yeah. And if you listen to it and just sort of go, okay, just listen to what he says. Like again, just like NDSU. This didn't come out of left field somewhere.
Correct.
Like he's been working on this behind the scenes. In addition to the out stuff that he was, we're going FBS. Yes. He was also working behind the scenes on some things.
Yep. It's two totally different ways to go about it, but in the end, it got them where they wanted to be.
And so and I'll keep saying this to anybody, if you think your school should be FBS, and I don't know, I'm not, if whoever, then ask your president and your AD what's they're
going on?
doing.
What's happening? Yep.
Don't gripe about Sacramento State. Don't sit there and drop to your knees and pray that NDSU goes 4-8. Talk to your AD and your president and say, are we making preparation?
What do we do? What are we doing?
Oh, but in 6 years, it's all going to break. We don't know that.
We don't know that. We do not. Everybody we've talked to, you and I both, on that exact subject says, it's folly to predict anything. Yes,
it might happen. Let's be clear about that.
Could.
It might happen. I don't know that it's not going to happen. No. But you don't know that it is going to happen.
Saying it's a certainty is definitely
we're going to get into G6 for free, and we're going to make up our own conference.
No, that's preposterous. Let's not.
So anyway, my point is, NDSU and Sac State went about it in completely different ways.
They did.
It just they both ended up in the same spot.
Yeah,
I mean, logically they maybe should be, just geographically
correct. Well,
they're not.
Maybe expect them to play a football game against one another this year. What do you think?
I wrote down your schedule.
What did you think of that?
We can talk about it in the next segment.
All right, we'll break. Let's do that.
I don't want to talk about the Summer League.
You sure?
You got Richmond on next.
All right. I thought you wanted to have a. Well, we could do that also, but I wanted to maybe see if we can get your NBA Inside or your League Pass covered for you with the Grant Nelson chatter. So let's break.
Talk about that.
We can do that when we come back. Much more with our guy Mike McFeely here in studio. Dave Richmond coming up top of the hour as well. Back on Hot Mike right after this. Welcome back, everybody. I can confirm this video is not from McFeely's NBA League Pass, but
I was waiting for a phone call from the commissioner of the. Adam Silver would you please remove that video from your Twitter account?
Devils Lakes, Grant Nelson, NBA debut. You broke the story late last week that he was likely going to be signed by the Brooklyn Nets to a 10-day contract. He was, and you've watched 2 Brooklyn Nets games, just 2 more than anybody else has around here.
Yes, think about that. I sat in front of my television.
Well, one night they played the Celtics. You were going to watch that regardless.
Yes.
But you watched Nets Cavs.
I watched the Nets Cavs the other night on my wife's NBA League Pass.
And He looked pretty good, didn't he?
Oh, he looked fantastic the other night. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm good. This is...
Can he stick? What do you know about that?
The way he was moving the other night
Yep.
and doing some of the things. Now, keep in mind, the Brooklyn Nets are one of the 2 or 3 worst teams in the NBA. They're awful. They're just
not good.
Awful.
Yeah.
And people tell me that they're trying to tank to get the first draft pick or whatever. I don't care about that. But Grant Nelson the other night looked really good. And in both games he's played, he looks like he belongs.
Looks athletic to stay out there, right?
He looks like it's not like he's out there like, oh. I mean, he looks like he belongs on an NBA court. And there's a couple of breakaway dunks that he had where he got the ball, gave it up, got it back. Yep. Basketball 101 and finished at the rim. And he's had a few block shots. Like the other night, his stat line was like 11 points,
like
5 rebounds,
too.
4 assists, and 3 blocks.
Yes.
And it was the first guy off the bench for the Nets. So they're clearly giving him
some run.
Your
other
as
favorite
they
term.
say, yes. And so they're giving him a try, if you will, a tryout, and saying, okay, is he going to stick?
The Nets play the Heat tonight.
Yes, tonight. They have a back-to-back, consecutive games, not back-to-back nights, in Miami against
rough.
the Heat.
That's got to be tough for him.
I'll be watching tonight as well. Got to take it. The reason I'm doing this, of course, is so that I can prorate this portion of the season.
The subscription
fee for the league pass, and then turn it into my to the bean counters at 101 5th Street North and go, hey, I'm doing this for work.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yep.
So yesterday I threw some stuff at the wall. I put out what I think could potentially be the 2026 Bison football schedule. You can check it out, inforum.com.
Yes.
It's some informed speculation, some informed news in there as well. What did you make of what I put out there?
I was just going to say, if people read it and go there, it's under Izzo column type of thing. There's clearly some informed, real stuff in there, and there's also clearly some just
throw
guessing,
stuff. Let's see what happens. Right.
See what happens.
Yep. We do know there's some dates that are not available. That's what I took that into account there.
Okay. Now, this is what Dom has. I wrote this down for this express purpose. This is what Dom's schedule prediction is. August 29th, Jacksonville State at home.
Yes, week 0.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yep.
September 5th, UC Davis for their FCS non-conference game at home. Okay, that's better than Austin P or Southeast Missouri or Drake or whomever or New Haven. September 12th, at Air Force for the first Mountain West game. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's their Air Force good.
Yeah.
September 19th. Speaking of Luke Wood, I can get to meet him in person if this comes true. At Sacramento State. You're predicting that the 2 FBS
they both need
newbies
games. Everybody needs a game, right?
So that's probably logical. September 26th, Nevada at home. So Jeff Choate can be on Valium for that game.
It has not gone well for him in Fargo. No,
it has not.
And frankly, those teams were better than his Nevada team now, I would think.
No, I wouldn't say
no?
they weren't.
That 2019 Montana State team was all right.
What are those things where they have the holograms?
Yeah.
They need to have a hologram of Christian Watson. Have him run by the Nevada bench.
Well, I was going to say Derek Tuska doing the money sign to him after every play.
And then have a fan hit Choate, and so it's like Christian Watson running by him for 70 yards untouched.
So that was September 26th.
October 2nd at Hawaii.
Yep.
You and Kolpak thinks there's going to be this big contingent of Bison fans going to Hawaii.
No, I say a big contingent going to Vegas.
Okay.
To me, Kolpak maybe. I think Vegas is going to be the game.
Hawaii, this could be like
That's a long way to go.
Expensive in long ways.
Yes.
October 10th, a bye. October 17, homecoming, you have Wyoming. The Craig Bowl. That'd be fantastic.
And he has to be there for the game.
Yes, he does.
Has to be there.
Yes. October 24th, you don't really have a team, but you say a G6 school.
G6 on the road.
On the road because they're going to need that.
Yes.
And you predict a MAC, Sunbelt, or CUSA school.
I picked La Tech I'm going to go with. Louisiana Tech's got some they don't know what league they're going to be in, Michael, for next year. They could be in the Sun Belt or Conference USA.
Louisiana?
Yes.
Okay.
And by the way, La Tech was one the Mountain West may have considered if NIU.
Oh, they were under consideration.
If NIU fell
if
through,
Northern
right?
Illinois fell through a year ago
Which I
or
think
whatever
you were
it
going
was,
to throw
2 years
the
ago.
chair through the window if La Tech got in.
I was told by somebody who might know that La Tech was up, like they were starting to vet La Tech.
Wow. Okay.
Instead of North Dakota State. Because it was the FCS thing.
Correct. Yep.
October 31st, Halloween at New Mexico. Whew. These road games are going to be hard.
You're right. I know.
I don't think this is going to be like an 11-1 season, folks. That'll be good. November 7th, a bye, because they can have 2 byes because they play in Hawaii and they can play week 0. November 14th, UTEP at the Dome.
Yep.
November 21st at UNLV.
Right before Thanksgiving.
That's the one where the people will go
I would
there,
think so.
especially in November.
If that ends up coming to pass, yes. Yep.
And somebody I saw I tweeted at you that there's an F1 Formula One race in Vegas that same weekend.
Yep.
Oh, man. The motorheads and the football fans can get their fill. November 28th, Northern Illinois at home.
The finale. Yep.
Yep. In the Corn Belt Bowl or whatever we want to call that one.
What do you think?
That's pretty good. I mean, you can, this is going to be harder than people think it's going to be.
Yes.
We've talked about this, that I don't know how good NDSU is going to be compared to what they've been the last 10 years.
Yep.
I don't, it seems like they're going to have some drop off at some positions. But you look at that schedule compared to the schedule they had, I mean, it's not even close.
No.
It's not even close.
No. Considering Indiana State and... Well, we had Indiana State was coming here.
Yep.
You had the road game at Central Arkansas. You had East Tennessee State and Austin Peay coming here. Now you're going to trade out for Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State is already a recognizable
If it comes
team.
to pass that UC Davis is
That's
the one
the FCS team.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
That's way better than
Yes.
Austin Peay. It's a legitimate FCS top 10 to 15 last 5 years top 8 program.
Correct.
In the country.
Yep.
If you're right about this, that's a pretty good schedule.
I would say
That's for a first year FBS on very short notice.
Correct.
Because remember, they were supposed to play FCS this year and then go next year and have a year to line up games. They're doing all of this in this is like a month ago this happened.
And I would anticipate like Sac State would come back here then in 2027 as part of that.
Yeah.
And I was told, I think you and I had this conversation, that don't write off the Vegas game for next year either. The Montana State game, that's
$1 million.
Right, $1.2 million NDSU's getting for that.
Go to NDSU. So I don't think they can just wipe that off because it's an FCS school.
Yeah, that I think there's a strong possibility that. So NDSU fans, if you don't make it to Vegas this year, go next year or go both.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the opportunity. They're going to do it
and
twice over.
As I was told by a very good source, Allegiant Airlines has been alerted that NDSU fans might be wanting to buy more flights to Vegas whenever that game is.
Yes.
So Allegiant, which by the way, the stadium is Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, but Allegiant Airlines is alerted that they may need to add a couple, 3-4 flights to Las Vegas whenever that game is.
We got to roll. Will we see you in Sioux Falls? Are you heading down?
If Richmond or Jory can get their teams to the championship game or both, I will be there on Sunday.
That'll be, we'll see what happens. Bison men haven't played in the title game since that Oral Roberts team that won 48 in a row.
And the last time they won down there, like 2 days, like a day later,
the world ended.
The world
Correct.
just there's like a demarcation line there.
It's crazy. Great to see you, bud. Thanks for coming by.
You bet.
Mike McFeely joins us each and every Tuesday at 9:30. We come back. Dave Richmond will start hour 2. Bison men are the top seed in Sioux Falls. We'll preview that when Hot Mike returns after this.